So I think it's recording. Yes. Okay, it is. All right. I'm going to be looking over here a little bit because I've got my notes so I don't forget anything. So first, I'm going to kind of just talk for a little bit and kind of run you guys through what a group's like. I'm going to kind of show you my last group. So I'll like share my screen with you so you can kind of see how the last group was run and what you can expect it to be like this group. So that's what I'll do first. And then we'll kind of have you guys talk, like just get to know you a little bit more and also get to know like your goals. And you guys can think about your goals as I'm talking as well. And as I'm like talking about your why and all that kind of stuff, you guys can be thinking of that. So first thing I wanted to say was I wanted to just talk about how the heck this all got started, me hosting accountability groups, because a lot of people have a misconception that, you know, maybe I am some like guru of like nutrition and fitness. And I mean, I'm just a regular person who just went through my own health and fitness journey and had success. So I just want to share it with others. So like, I'm not going to sit here and try to act like I'm a personal trainer or a dietitian or anything like that. But basically what I can help you with is I've went through it all, the trenches of motherhood and working and just being crazy busy, and have lost my weight and have kept it off, and has built my strength. So that's basically what I'm here. And that's why I run these groups, is because I feel like it's going to be very real and authentic. So that's the story behind that. You guys read my story in the sneak peek, so I don't really need to get into all that. But yeah, it's like my passion and I love it. And anyone can run these groups, by the way. So like if one day you like just absolutely fall in love with your journey, and you want to help people as well, this is always an opportunity for anyone to do. And it's a blast. It's so much fun meeting all of you guys and doing all this. It's a great time. So a couple of things we're going to focus on in the group. Number one is mindset. And I talked about that in the sneak peek, is if your mind is not right, the nutrition and the workouts are not going to go as planned, okay, as you're hoping them to go. So we're really going to focus on talking to ourselves in like the most positive way ever. We're going to be focusing on non-scale victories. So just like little achievements that you guys have throughout this group. So like the scale should not be your best friend throughout this. That is not a number in which shows ultimate success. What's going to show ultimate success is how you feel, number one. Number two, just like taking your pictures, seeing your body change, taking your measurements, and the overall like positivity that comes into your life. I don't want people to get hung up on the scale. So we're really going to talk positive mindset. I'll have daily tasks and things for you guys to do to kind of help you get over that hump of talking to yourself negative, because that happens. Like a lot of times it does. It happens when maybe you're not seeing the progress that you hope to see in like a week, and then you start beating yourself up, and then, you know, all of that spirals out of control. And we're not going to let that happen in this group. Like that's not going to happen. We're going to be positive people, and we're going to love on ourselves, and we're going to love the journey that we create, no matter what it ends up being. And I'm just going to say, personally for me, I've been doing 80-day obsession, and I'm on day 75, and I got injured. And I can't finish it right now. I mean, I will finish those last couple days, but I got injured, and I'm really hard on myself right now about it because I've been pushing so hard through this challenge. I've been absolutely loving the results, and then boom, I got an injury, and now I can't work out. And a lot of people, or even myself before, would just totally quit, go off the rails, order Pizza Hut, and just say, screw it. And I'm trying really hard to hone in my nutrition because that's something I can control right now. I can't control working out, but I can control what I put into my mouth. And so I'm really, really, really focusing on that right now. And you know what? I can't beat myself up about it. So I have to think positive. I have to know I'm going to get better. I'm going to be able to do the workouts and finish it. But that's going to happen sometimes. You never know. Something might come in your way where your kids might get sick, or you might get sick, or maybe you might get injured, or something might happen, you never know, but that's not going to be your stopping point. That cannot stop you throughout this journey. You got to just pick yourself back up, control what you can, and then move forward and keep working on it. So that's what we're going to work on first. So my type of coaching style, if you haven't picked up on it yet, is I will support you and I will ride or die with you and I will help you, but I will not be a person that you can say. So if you are coming to me with an issue, like something's not working or you just need advice or something, I'm always there to help. But if I start hearing excuses, I will call you out in a nice way, but we'll try to find a solution instead of, well, you can't do it. No, that's never going to, if you say you can't do something, I'm going to say, yes, you can. And we're going to figure out how you can. So that's kind of my coaching style. So hopefully everyone's okay with that. But that's just what I believe in. I believe in I can't be a crutch. I can't be an enabler. I can't be, well, I couldn't eat that today because I was really busy. And I'm going to say, okay, I don't care. Like, we need to start packing stuff. Like, we need to start planning better. And then we can kind of work on that. So that's what I'm here for. Okay, I wanted to share the screen really quick with you guys and show you my older group. So let me make sure I can do this right. Okay. All right, this is not it. So this is my spring shape up group. It just ended like a week ago. And basically what we do in the group is I always have these daily check-ins, okay? And we'll use the same pictures so that it's the same picture every single day. And it'll say like day 18, daily check-in. And what I have you guys do is I write like a little something here, kind of motivational, like kind of like a theme for the day. So like this day 18 was all about growth mindset versus scarcity mindset. So we kind of talked about which mindset you need to have or which mindset you kind of have that day. And we need to reverse it to make sure that you are always having a growth mindset. And then I always give you these tips to win the day. So always stay positive. Remember why you started. Press play. Post your sweaty selfie. Drink your Shakeology. Blah, blah, blah. So in what my girls were doing was this is where you're going to post your sweaty selfies, okay? Now, if you're totally uncomfortable with posting a picture of yourself, you can just type a comment that says, hey, I'm done. I did my workout for the day. Like, we're all going to take this at a pace in which we're comfortable. But do keep in mind, it's just us girls. No one on social media other than us are going to see this stuff. So, I mean, really, who cares? It's just us. We don't care. So here are some sweaty selfies of my girls, Shakeology pictures of people drinking the Shakeology. This is just an accountability piece, you guys. This is just like, hey, I did it. I'm posting my picture today. That's one day I can check off the list. And it's really fun. People give you some love, will comment on your stuff. It's a really uplifting thing to post. I can tell you right now, if you do not post daily, you're missing the whole accountability piece for this group. So it's super important to be engaged. It takes 2 seconds. Just take a little picture of yourself. Even if you forget to take a sweaty selfie, just take a picture of yourself in the car and be like, whoops, forgot, but I did my cardio core today and whatever. You can say whatever you want. But that's really going to be where you're leaning on the group and people are going to support you and cheer you on. And it's really going to help with your confidence and just make you want to do it the next day. So that's the daily check-ins. That'll pop up. I usually post that at 5 a.m. every day. That does not mean you have to be working out at 5 a.m. That just is up bright and early for my people who work out really early so that they can get in and post their daily check-in for that day. And then what else you'll see in the group is I usually do a recipe of the day. Most of the time it's like a Shakeology recipe, or I'll do just like a random lunch or breakfast or dinner recipe. Here was a bunch of meal prep recipes that I posted for them. So you'll always have that showing up. I'll get to that in a second. I'm going to see if I have a daily challenge. I always do a daily challenge as well. I think I have one below this. Here it is. So here was the daily challenge for my girls on day 18. So it was just to make sure they got all of their water intake in. So everybody had to drink half of their body weight in ounces. And they just posted in comments when they did that. So that was just like a daily challenge. And I do different daily challenges. So like most of them are centered around like mindset. But then I'll also do some other like nutritional stuff and water stuff and things like that. And then after that, I sometimes will pop on live and just talk to you guys, just see how you're doing. And you can pop on and talk to me on the live video. And if you have any issues or questions or anything, you can always ask me there. I will get into the point tracker here in a minute. I always post these reminders at night so that you remember to keep track of your points, which I'll talk about those. And that's basically it. And like here, this girl sharing a recipe of her brownies that she made, which is totally fine. She did that. Here's another daily challenge that I had my girls do. We also do a live Zoom workout every Saturday. I'll get into that later if you wanted to do this. I just want to show you that I had a couple daily challenges that were super cool. Like this, I'll also share Elizabeth. She's really awesome. She'll be in our group. She couldn't get on today. Sharing 4 recipes with people. Looked really yummy. There's one of my live videos. I'm trying to find one of my, oh, it is. Here was a daily task. We're just talking about our dreams, like dreaming big, leading with our dreams instead of leading with our problems. So we kind of talked about that, had some people posting their dreams in there, which was really cool. And so you kind of get the picture of how the groups are run. We also do progress photos every single week. You can post them in the group or you don't have to. I recommend posting them in the group just for the accountability piece. But if you're super uncomfortable with them, I totally understand. You don't have to post them. It's totally up to you. But every single Sunday, I'm going to ask you to take progress photos so you can see yourself actually making progress. So that's really cool. And you will, I promise you, you will see progress pretty quick if you are following the nutrition and the workouts. So that is the group. I wanted to show you an hour group. So let me go to ours. I think everybody read the expectations post because I got a lot of comments on there. So I've got a lot of pictures. I'm going to make a collage of us tonight, actually, and put that together. But in our group, I wanted you to see the files section, which I kind of showed you in one of the videos I did on here. But I want to talk about the point tracker. So here's our files section. This is just PDFs that I have attached for you guys that you can always view with like food lists and meal ideas and that kind of stuff. But here's the point tracker. Now, I posted in our group at the end of the 3 weeks, whoever has the most points, I'm going to gift them a $30 gift card to like their favorite salon, either to get their nails done or to get their hair done or a massage or whatever you want to do. And in order to win that, you can click here. Here's the link. So you guys can all do this tonight. I already put you guys in, and I got that Katie. So I'll add to this Katie. So here is our tracker. So you guys will all have access to this, and you guys just plug in your own points throughout the group. So when you take your before pictures, give yourself 5 points. Okay, in here. And then when you take your after pictures, you'll give yourself another 5 points. When you complete the daily challenge or the daily task, you can give yourself a point here for your days. When you post your sweaty selfie, you can give yourself a point. Your Shakeology, give yourself a point. And then if you invite a friend to the next challenge group, you can give yourself 5 points. Okay, if you invite a friend to join us. So this is just a cool way to kind of see how you're doing and to really keep track in like a nice organized Excel spreadsheet as to, am I really posting my sweaty selfies? Am I really doing the workouts? Am I really drinking my shake every day? Am I being a part of the group? Because that's the accountability that I feel like everybody signed up for. That's why you're in the group, is because you needed that accountability. So this is a great piece. And then at the end, I'm just going to go to the total. Whoever has the most points, I will shout your name out and say, hey, I'm going to give you a $30 gift card. Tell me where you want me to purchase it at, and I will do that for you and mail it to you. So that's our point tracker. So you guys should all have access to that. So I'm going to stop sharing because I don't think I need to show you anything else. I don't know. Okay. So we've got that. We've got expectations. I did daily check-ins. Oh, okay. Did everybody download who's doing 21 Day Fix? I think everyone on here is doing the 21 Day Fix portion control containers. So did you download the app?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good, because that is going to be so awesome to help you keep track of what containers you have left and what you've eaten for the day. So I don't know if you've played around with it a little bit, but the app has literally the containers in there, and all you have to do is say, okay, I ate a veggie. So you just click on the green container and it'll take that away, and it'll say you have 4 veggies left for the day. Now, I am going to say, you are going to want to space these meals out in a way where you're not eating 5 veggies for dinner. You do not want that to happen to yourself. It will not be fun. It'll suck. So what I do, and I kind of shared with you guys my meals the one day, so like my breakfast and all of that, I try to eat a veggie at every meal. That's because I get 5 vegetables, okay? So I'll eat a veggie in the morning, and that's usually just in my eggs. I'll do spinach and onions or mushrooms or something. And then I'll eat a veggie at every other meal because I don't want to have 4 veggies to eat at night. And then I also try to, like, with everything else, too, I'll try to have, like, if I have 3 fruits, I try to space those out throughout the day. So, like, have one in the morning, maybe have one in the afternoon, and maybe have one at dinner. You want to feel like you're eating like a normal human being. You do not want to feel like you're eating like this weird freaking diet where you're eating like 25 vegetables and then you're eating like 8 steaks because you totally forgot to eat your proteins throughout the day. That's not how this should be. This should be like an absolute normal eating schedule. Like, this should not feel like a diet. It really shouldn't. And I wish Elizabeth was on, because the first time she went through this on day 1, she put in our group, I'm stuffed. I feel like I can't even eat my last like fruit container that I need to eat. She's like, Lauren, is this normal? And I was like, yes, because you're eating whole foods. And I give this description all the time. I'm like, imagine you're eating a donut at work. That donut probably has what, like almost 500 calories in it. And if I asked you to eat 500 calories of vegetables and fruits, you would be gagging by how much you have to actually put into your body. So think of it that way. At first, this might seem like a lot of food. It's not. It's a lot of good food, which you should have been eating in the first place. And we're going to train you to think of it that way. Okay. So it's actually going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of good recipes on Fixate. I don't know if you've checked those out, but they're thefreakingbomb.com. And I promise you, this is not going to be a eating boiled chicken and brown rice and veggies. That's not what this is going to be like for you at all. And don't make it like that either. It doesn't need to be like that. Okay. So I talked about that. What to do if you're struggling. Okay. So let's say you're struggling with the nutrition or the workouts or whatever it is. You're not allowed to quit. Okay. I'm not going to let you quit. So that's not an option. Number 2, if you have any struggle at all, I want you to literally personally text me. Okay. Because I have people doing that. I tell them, I'm like, if you're having a bad day and you just want to go eat a box of chocolate, please text me. Like, text me. I don't care if it's at 3 a.m. I might not answer, but I will answer it at like 5 when I'm up in the morning. Okay. Getting ready for work or doing whatever. I am your coach. I am your person that you contact, and do not feel like you're bothering me at all. You're not bothering me. Like, I love this. Okay. So you have any issues or struggles or a bad day, you just want to cry and give up, you need to call me. If you need to call me, that's fine. Text me, do whatever you need to do. Okay. I'm here for you. The one thing I don't want you to do is say, I'm out. I can't do this. I'm having a hard day. I'm going to say, no, you need to come talk to me, and I promise you it'll all be good after we talk. Okay, this is what I want you to do right now. I want everyone to think about why they are doing this, like a deep reason why. And I'm going to share with you my why so you can get kind of an idea of what a why should be, okay? So your why should be for you. and for you only. I know I want to be healthy for my son and my family. Yes, I do. But I need to dig a little bit deeper and figure out why Lauren wants to do this. Because if your why is for other people, you're going to flake out at some point, because this needs to be about you and your goals. That's what this group is. It's a space for you to have your time. So like my why is I can't ever go back to feeling the way I did after having my son, which was extremely exhausted. I'm sure that had to do with the newborn, but I know my body was just so destroyed from my C-section, from gaining a lot of weight, and I just felt so awful. Like it was horrible. I was in pain all the time. I was stressed. So I just know that I don't ever want to feel like that again. But I also have another why as to the confidence that I have gained from this is like, I used to never want to speak to people like this, like talking on the phone with people, texting with people, anything like that. I was like, oh, hell no. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not getting on any social media. That's all like not happening. My confidence level has gone up so much just because I've been focusing on myself. I've been taking time for me, not just for everybody else in the household. Like I've been taking that hour or 30 minutes for me to improve myself. And that has been a real true why. So I want you to think about like, why does Ashley want to do this? Why does Katie? Why does Diane? Why does Elizabeth? Everybody else in this group. Why do you want this? So I want you to think about that as I finish this up. I'm almost done. I promise. And then I also want you to think about a goal that is measurable that you want to meet by the end of these 3 weeks. Okay. Now, a measurable goal, don't just be like, I want to lose weight. That's not measurable. Okay. So it needs to have some measure tied to it. It could be weight. It could be, I want to be able to do 10 push-ups. It could be, I need to get my freaking back off the floor. I haven't been able to do a crunch in like forever. It could be something like that. It doesn't have to be all about losing weight, okay? So if you do want to lose weight, that's great. Then we need to think of a number that would be realistic for 3 weeks, and let's try to hit it. Or if you want to do more of a strength thing, or maybe you want to do more of a positive mindset thing, maybe you talk very negative to yourself, and maybe after these 3 weeks, you're like, I need to start talking positive to myself, and that's what I'm going to have my goal be. So think about your goal. And then I just want to show you, I have my containers. Did everybody get theirs in the mail yet?
I haven't yet.
Okay. Ashley, did you get yours?
Yep, I got mine yesterday.
Yep. And then Diane, you have yours. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
So here are they. So Katie, you haven't seen them probably in person, but these are the containers. And you do not eat your food out of these. I repeat, do not eat your food out of these. These are just measuring cups. You need to learn what a plate looks like, a correct portion size looks like. So if you're eating out of these, your mind's not seeing the correct amount of veggies you're supposed to be eating, and fruit and proteins and carbs. You need to stuff it in here and dump it on your plate, okay? Make it look nice and pretty, have all your stuff there so that you keep seeing it over and over and over again. Because then when you go out to eat, guess what? Your mind's going to be blown by how much crap they put on your plate, and you're going to know how much you're supposed to be eating. And then you just take the rest home. Then you have a bunch of servings for the rest of the week. So that's the one thing I wanted to say about this. And the other thing I wanted to mention is the carb one looks super teeny tiny, but I promise you when you use this carb along with your veggie and your protein and your healthy fat, it's going to look awesome. It's going to be delicious. This is all you need. I promise this is all you need. You don't need anything more than that. I kind of showed you in the nutrition video that I did in the sneak peek, a plate that I made. And it actually comes out to look really nice, and it's super delicious. So these are your containers. I can just run through the colors real quick. I can't talk. Really quick. Red is your protein. So this is all your animal protein, Greek yogurt. Make sure you've printed out your food lists and put it on your fridge so you know what goes in that one. This is your carb, the yellow one. The green one's for your vegetables. Purple's for your fruit. Orange is for salad dressings and nuts. So like sunflower seeds, pine nuts and things like that. I don't have my blue one down here, but the blue one is for your healthy fats like cheese and avocado and hummus and all of that stuff. So just make sure you're looking at your food lists so that you guys know what's supposed to go in them. And then I think that's it for the containers. Okay, so what I wanted to ask you guys first is, do you have any questions about like meal prep or about any recipes or the containers, Shakeology, anything like that? And then we'll get into our why and stuff. Any questions?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Katie?
I haven't really gotten the containers yet, but I think I'm on plan C with you.
Okay.
But I was just wondering, kind of like, besides the omelet that you were talking about, like the veggies in the morning, like how else would you suggest like getting veggies in for breakfast?
You could do your Shakeology for breakfast.
Mhm.
So what I do is I put spinach in mine and you don't taste it at all.
I was
So
thinking that too, yeah.
yeah, if you're not into vegetables in the morning, then you could always do your Shakeology in the morning and just shove that spinach in there. You'll never taste it and know it's there. And then you've got your veggies for the morning.
Okay, perfect.
So that's what I would do if you don't like that. And I'm trying to think, because I know my husband, he's going to do 80-day obsession with me. I'm doing it again. And he's going to do the nutrition plan with me. And he already said, I don't want vegetables in my omelet. So we're going to figure out something. And when I do, I can let you know like an alternative. But for now, I was like, well, you're just going to have to drink your shake in the morning and just put spinach in it. And he's like, okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask.
I'm the type of person too. I don't care if I like eat the same meal like
Yeah,
for every single day. Like maybe I'll switch it up like week to week, but I've already kind of like got down what I want to like eat
well,
for
there's
like the
actually,
first week.
I forgot, there's one other option. I totally forgot about this. Have you ever seen the Kodiak cakes? Like they're pancakes. They have like a bear on them.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I have those, and those are considered, I'm pretty sure, I'll have to double check. I'm pretty sure those are considered a protein.
Okay.
Maybe partially a carb. I have to ask Jenna because she eats them all the time. And she actually puts spinach in them, like grind it up. You can't taste it. It turns the pancake green, so it kind of looks weird. But she's like, you literally cannot taste them. It just tastes like you're eating a pancake, but you get your veggies in. So I'll post that recipe actually in our group so you guys can try it, because she says, she swears by it. She's like, I don't want to eat vegetables every morning, so I grind up this spinach and put it in my pancake, and I can't taste it. So I'll ask her about that. Ashley, do you have any questions?
No questions yet.
Okay.
I'm sure I will have a lot of questions though.
Yeah, just feel free, text me or post it in the group, whatever you guys have questions on, I'll answer. Okay, so my next question for you.
Oh, I did have a question.
Go ahead.
When we make our Shakeology and we put like milk in it, what color container would that be?
Okay, so 21-day fix, I'd have to look, but 80-day obsession, almond milk is considered a teaspoon. So if you do 8 ounces of almond milk, that's 1 teaspoon.
Okay.
And it has to be unsweetened almond milk. It can't be sugar in it. I'd have to look about regular cow's milk because I'm not 100% sure. But if you can, really try to veer towards like an unsweetened almond milk, because even the skim milk has like pretty high sugar. So I try to just avoid sugar as much as I can in that kind of stuff. Like if I'm drinking something, I just really don't want any sugar. Like, nope. And so unsweetened almond milk, I think, is really good. And you can't tell in your shake really a difference between regular milk and unsweetened almond milk. So I would just count it as a teaspoon if I were you, because that's what I do.
Okay, great.
Anything else? Sorry. typing.
Nope.
Okay. What was I gonna say? Oh, your workouts. Does everybody have a time-ish in their day that they are planning on working out? Like a consistent time. Because we can't be winging it. That's not gonna work out too well. So anybody have a consistent time in which they think they can get their workouts in?
I'm gonna do mine in the morning.
Perfect.
Before my husband goes to work so that he can watch the kids.
Great. What about you, Katie?
I'm going to do mine on my days off. I'm going to do them in the morning. Like I'll probably wake up early, like before the kids get up and do it, because like it's so inconsistent around here. Like sometimes my older one takes a nap, sometimes he doesn't.
Right.
And so I just kind of need to get it over with, I feel like. And then by the end of the day, I'm way too tired to do anything. So
Good.
if I wake up early and do it on my days off, and then like I don't know, I'm still trying to figure out, since I work night shift, like when I should do them, like on days that I actually work. I don't know if I should do them like right when I get home from work in the morning, because I get home at like 7:30 or 8 in the morning.
Mhm.
I don't know, but I'm like always really exhausted and just like wanting to crash like when I get home from work in the morning. So I don't know if I should do it like right when I wake up, then like, you know, on nights that I work the night before.
Whatever's gonna make you happiest and be able to push through it harder. So
Okay.
if I were you, I would test it. I would do one day, I would work out right after work. Just like, even if you're exhausted, just see how you feel.
Yeah.
If you're like, holy crap, I cannot do that, I'm just like struggling to get through this, then I think you should still even try a day where you do it after you wake up, and
Mm-hmm.
just see which day because you don't have to, like, you guys, I have 2 times that I work out, like options. I either do 4:30 in the morning, which is not very common. I do that when I have to. So that's my one option. It's 4:30 in the morning. And then my other option is literally the second I get home from work. I just have to like eat my pre-workout meal, chug my Energize, and just go downstairs because I have to pick my son up from daycare at like 5:30. So I do that like super quick. Those are my only 2 options. And if I don't work out in either of those time slots, I'm done. I can't, like, I'm not going to be able to, most likely. So you just have to think about your day and about the best time for you and like what kind of person are you. Like, it takes a lot for me to get up at 4:30. Like, it's hard. And so I know that's something I can't do every single day. Like, it's just impossible. Like, there's no way I can do that. That's just my personality. So you'll figure it out. So don't worry about it. Just as long as you have some idea of a time. Okay? So I want to hear your guys' why, if you don't care to share. So anybody want to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
So my why is actually very similar to yours. Before I got pregnant with my first son, you know, more than 3 years ago now, I weighed 150 pounds and I felt great. I was actually doing P90X before this. Like, I was able to do push-ups. I was really strong, having a lot of energy, just basically at the top of my game. And then I got pregnant and I kind of like let myself spiral a little bit out of control eating wise. Like, I just kind of took the eating for 2 thing a little too seriously.
Yep.
And I gained 70 or 75 pounds with him. So I had a lot to lose. Like, after I had my son, I was still about 40 pounds overweight. And then I kind of did some yo-yo dieting. I went down to like 170 at one point, and then I got all the way back up, just like with night shift. And then I had another kid in the meantime as well too. So as it stands, I have about 50 pounds that I need to lose to get back to like feeling like myself again and not being depressed, I have no energy, kind of like you. I am just feeling like really low about myself. I have no confidence. And I never used to be like that. And like my personality has actually changed from like the weight gain too. So I just want to get back to feeling like my old self again, basically, is my goal.
And you will. I mean,
the only thing that's going to happen from here until we're going to be together until you reach your goal and you feel comfortable, like I'll be with you. Like the only thing that can happen is that, like your goal. I mean, that's the only thing that can happen. The only way that can't happen is if you quit, which you're not going to. I'm not going to let you. So, I like feel you so much because I was there and I just cried all the time. Like it was, I felt like I was never going to be the same again. And I am. So it's totally possible. And actually you could be even, exceed that goal at some point, which would be freaking phenomenal. And I believe in every single one of you. So I can't wait until that happens for you. I'm so excited.
Thank you so much. And I actually I'm really hopeful for the first time in a while, about losing the weight and everything, just because I do really well with accountability. If I'm doing it on my own, it just won't, I know it won't happen. I've tried, you know what I mean? I've tried.
Right.
I haven't been trying the last 3 years to lose it. It's just I either don't feel like I'm worth it or stress in life just kind of gets to me. And I use that as an excuse, oh, I deserve this. I had a really hard day, so I'm going to go ahead and eat this ice cream and
Yep.
So I'm glad to have the accountability because I really need that.
we're gonna talk about rewarding ourselves because we do need to reward ourselves. If you're not rewarding yourself throughout your journey, it's not going to be as exciting as it should be. But we're going to talk about not rewarding ourselves with food. That's one thing that I've learned is when you reward yourself, think of other things that you like to do. I love to go get my nails done, and I love to get a pedicure, or I love to go on a hike, or I love to just go lay outside and just be in peace, or go read a book or something. So we'll talk about those little wins. So when you hit a non-scale victory, oh my God, I was able to do this move without a modification. I'll be go reward yourself. Go on a date with your husband, to the movies or something. It'll be rewarding yourself, but not with food. We're going to try to break that because I know that's what a lot of people do. It's what I used to do. And so that'll be something that'll be really cool to see you kind of transfer from rewarding yourself with food or even punishing yourself with food, but you're thinking you're rewarding yourself. So we're going to kind of fix all that. Did they accidentally leave? Where did Ashley and Diane? Oh, well. No, I'm really excited for you. What kind of goal do you have? You said you wanted to lose, you had about 50 pounds that you wanted to lose, but
right.
Realistically, 50 in 3 weeks is probably not going to happen, but 50
right.
will
I'm
happen.
totally aware of that, yeah.
Yeah, so what's your goal?
I think maybe a realistic goal for 3 weeks is, I want to say 10 pounds, but I don't know if that's stretching it too much.
No, it's
No.
not. Elizabeth, which I wish she could be on, she lost 6 in 3 weeks, and she lost 13 inches, which
Wow.
is huge. And then my friend Lindsay, who's also in here as well, but she's not on the call, she's lost 20. So, yeah.
In 3 weeks?
Well, she's been doing it for probably about a month now.
My
Or
gosh,
maybe
that's crazy.
Yeah, and so that's just what's possible. And these girls, Elizabeth and Lindsay, were just I'm over it. Just tell me what to do, and I'm gonna do everything you tell me what to do. Just whatever it is. And so they have been following it, checking in every day in the group. They've been following the nutrition. They've been asking me questions. They've been doing everything, the workouts, even when they don't feel like it, and their results show that. So
right.
That's all you have to keep doing, and I promise you'll be one of my people I'm telling somebody else on here,
That's awesome. I can't wait.
So I'm really excited. Well, I don't know where Ashley and Diane went, so if you have any more questions for me or anything you want to talk to me about, feel free.
I will. I'll shoot you a text.
Okay?
All right.
Fun talking to you. I hope I didn't miss anything. I don't think so. I think you guys are all set up and good to go. Let me know when you get your containers in.
It's set up to get them on Monday. So
Oh, perfect. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So you have your meals planned out, right?
yeah, I was planning on doing a Shakeology for breakfast. So Shakeology would be one of my red, and then I'm gonna put some spinach in it now, and almond milk, and maybe a banana.
Yeah, that'll be good. Did you get chocolate?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, that's like amazing. The banana in there is really good.
yeah. And then I just had actually, since my husband was already using the grill, I had him make like some grilled chicken for me.
Mhm.
So I'm planning on doing that for lunch along with like some sort of veggie, whether it be like putting the chicken on a salad or just having like, I don't know, some broccoli or carrots or something like with hummus. Um, with that, and then maybe some grapes like for another purple
So I was
container.
thinking with your chicken, have you ever had zoodles, zucchini noodles?
Dude, no, I haven't.
Okay, well, you need to. So like they, the grocery store, like if you don't have like a zoodler or whatever they call it, they like do them for you. Like at Giant Eagle, they have them already done. They're a little more expensive because they did it for you. But I got mine at Bed Bath & Beyond for like $10. It's just like a little handheld one, and you could just do it yourself. I was thinking with your grilled chicken, you could do like those zoodles would be like your vegetable, but it'd be like your pasta, and then you could do like red sauce and like cheese for your blue, and then you could have like a side of fruit. So it'd be like chicken parm kind of.
Yes, that is amazing.
This is what you're gonna learn as you do this. Like it'll like I started off and like my meals like were so like not that great.
Right.
And then I kind of learned how to like spice them up and like I want chicken parm. Well, how can I make this fit with my containers? Well, I could use zoodles or I could use whole wheat pasta instead. Don't bread the chicken, just keep it grilled, but you can put your mozzarella cheese on it and your red sauce. If you don't use a ton of red sauce, like I would probably just like sprinkle a little bit on. You don't really need to count that as anything. As long as the red sauce is very low in sugar and low in sodium, it's fine. So
Okay.
like the Little Italy, I don't know if you've seen that, the Little Italy marinara.
No.
So if you see it at the grocery store, it's only got 2 grams of sugar and like barely any sodium in it, and that's what I use.
Awesome. What you get it at Giant Eagle?
It's at Giant Eagle. It's at Mark's, way cheaper.
Okay.
It's like $2.99 or maybe $3 at Mark's. It's like $6 at Giant Eagle. So it's, I don't know why, but it's cheaper at Mark's. So I usually go to Mark's to get mine, or Costco because they have it too. So what else are you eating?
And then for dinner, like I got a bunch of low-fat cottage cheese at the store. So I was gonna have that like one of my sides for dinner. And then like as far as like the other protein goes, I was thinking like some sort of meat. Like I bought salmon, I got some tuna at the store this week. I've got like grass-fed beef that I got. So I was thinking maybe like taco salad. I don't know. My husband likes to eat dinner with me, so I was gonna try to switch the dinners up at least.
Right.
You know, so like some type of meat, and then like, you know, obviously veggie. So like probably a salad or like broccoli and cheese. We do a lot here. I also got cauliflower. We sometimes make like the cauliflower mashed potatoes.
Yummy.
I got sweet potatoes.
Yes, love sweet potatoes.
So I don't know. I'm gonna play around with dinner, but I need to like sit down and actually like meal plan Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like what we're gonna have.
Yeah. And like my dinners, like you said, I don't really meal plan my dinners. I just buy like, I know I buy like a thing of sweet potatoes. I'll buy some protein, and then I'll just have some like frozen veggies in there. Like if we want to just throw something together fast. Because dinners, you can usually like, okay, look at the fridge, figure something out, and make it. Like you don't need to really meal prep those all so much. Just make sure you have the idea of like, I need to have this much food in my house. But with the sweet potatoes, so what I like to do with them is, it sounds kind of weird, but I take peanut butter. So like a teaspoon, that'd be like a teaspoon. So I'll take a teaspoon of peanut butter, and I bake my sweet potato, and I put peanut butter on it and cinnamon, and it's like a dessert.
I bet that's so good. Yeah.
So good. So I just had that for dinner. And then like with your salmon and stuff, you could get creative with your fruit. Like you could make like a pineapple salsa and like put that on top of your salmon, and you can get so creative. And that's in the meal ideas that I gave you guys in the file section of our group. I have a pineapple salsa recipe in there that you can look up. And then I'm pretty sure I also have a ahi tuna marinade recipe in
I think
there.
I did see that. That's why I bought the tuna.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so good. Like, I love ahi tuna. It's really easy. It's good. So,
Perfect.
yay. So just text me, like, if you ever like, I need a meal idea. I have this like hamburger meat and I don't know what to do with it. I'll be like, oh, this is what we do. We make pizza burgers and we do this and that. So just let me know.
Okay. That sounds good.
All right. Well, I'll let you go. Sorry. Still sick.
Aw.
I'll let you go. It's almost 9 o'clock, but I'm so excited for you. I can't wait.
Me too, girl.
All right. Talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Bye.